Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras, here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. Right now, Palestinian, Egyptian, and international diplomats are convening in Cairo to discuss measures to avoid an all-out war on the Israel-Gaza front. Those weekly clashes have been boiling over for months now, with semi-regular rocket attacks threatening to torpedo the region into conflict. But the UN's Middle East envoy says that after meeting with Egyptian officials, he is confident that all sides can resolve the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and avert regional conflict. These words come on the heels of the UN envoy's meetings with both Prime Minister Netanyahu in Israel as well as Palestinian Fatah reps in Cairo. And despite the back-and-forth dance of constant bloodshed that we've seen in the last few months, all sides have stressed their desires not to see this erupt into war. Egypt especially has been said to have played a crucial role in pressuring Hamas to calm its offensive maneuvers, including the rocket attacks as well as incendiary kites and balloons. But a dire situation in Gaza may be playing a role in the bloodshed as well. Following United States President Donald Trump's decision to cut the majority of its aid money to UNRWA, hundreds of jobs for aid workers have been eliminated in the Strip. Israel has accused this agency of filtering money to terror cells including Hamas. But the director of UNRWA's operations in Gaza, who is a veteran humanitarian worker having been placed all over the world, says otherwise. For now, it remains to be seen if Palestinian factions will be able to work towards solving the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, or whether this will all spiral out of control. The world has yet to actually see the Trump administration's outline for Israel-Palestinian peace, but already nations all over the world are divided on what those details are said to include. But we have learned that one major ally for the deal has apparently reversed their position. Saudi Arabia has reportedly told the White House that they were prepared to back the plan, but following Trump's decision to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, they now can no longer support a deal that doesn't include East Jerusalem as the capital of a future Palestinian state. This edict reportedly came directly from King Salman himself, telling the administrations that, quote, "What we could do for you before Jerusalem, we won't be able to do now." This puts Saudi Arabia on a similar position with Jordan and Egypt, critical partners for any such peace proposal, who have so far rejected the Trump administration's plan and overall Middle East strategy. Meanwhile, the United States is also struggling to get a new Mideast alliance against Iran off the ground. The United States National Security Council is working to set up the so-called Arab NATO to block Iranian military threats in the region, a pact that would include the Gulf states, Egypt, Jordan, and the US. The problem is that Gulf nations remain at odds with Qatar, and though the alliance would be keen to confront Iran more aggressively, Trump's policy in Israel and the Palestinian territories pushes America away from their favor. The irony here is that the White House is comparing this pact to NATO, an international community that Trump has consistently slammed and threatened to leave. Curiously, Trump's decision to withdraw from the JCPOA Iranian nuclear deal also leaves many wondering about American commitment to international agreements in the first place. Trump recently and suddenly tweeted that he's now apparently willing to make a real deal with Iran. In any event, this potential alliance will most likely be discussed further in the months to come. The bodies of two swimmers who went missing on Saturday have been found this morning by authorities. First, a 19-year-old American woman disappeared off the coast of Bat Yam and was recovered on the beaches of Tel Aviv after days of searching. She was pulled out to sea by the currents while swimming with her two friends. The second victim, a 21-year-old man from Arabeh, was found in the southern area of the Sea of Galilee near Kibbutz Degania Aleph. He entered the freshwater lake with his friends in an inflatable raft, and again, the three were pulled out into deep waters by the current. One friend made it back to a western shore, while the second friend was found by water police rescue services. Searches for the third man, who was found this morning, began Saturday evening. According to police, volunteers, boats, jet skis, drones, helicopters, and divers were all also involved in search and rescue efforts. According to the World Health Organization, over 4,300 people worldwide are killed every day in road traffic accidents, and literally tens of millions more are injured or disabled every year. Additionally, accidents are up to 4 times more likely to occur at night. Well, that's where Brightway Vision comes in. The Israeli startup uses technology originally developed at Elbit Systems Ltd. And vastly extends drivers' ranges of vision. Effective day and night, thanks to what they call gated vision technology, the road becomes clearly visible at distances of up to 250 meters or 820 feet. It works by synchronizing 2 cameras in the vehicle that constantly update and feed video to a screen in the car's cabin. One camera with a special chip is placed in the windshield behind the rear-view mirror. The second camera, which records in infrared, is set up inside a light source, and if that wasn't enough, the tech works just as well in severe weather conditions too. That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.